Cheek is very unique if there's a laceration because most people would tend to put dressing up to control the bleeding and then tape it in place. But if the patient is diaphoretic in the least little bit, or if it's an extremely humid day, or if it's raining, you're always going to have trouble getting tape to stick. People then would tend to want to come in and put pressure dressing on and control the bleeding and then wrap around the front of the head. Disadvantage with that, they'll slide off the front of the face. If we get it snug enough to stay on, it closes the mouth enough that the person feels restricted, and if they feel nauseated, they don't feel like they can vomit. So it becomes distracting for them. I can come in, let's say that she has a laceration here across her cheek. I can come in with my dressing, and I'm going to be up near her eye, so I'm just going to be careful not to put pressure over her eye, and I can add more dressings as needed to control the bleeding. Once the bleeding is controlled, I can shift my hand a little bit, make a good eye contact, and ask the person, open-endedly, ask person, place, time, and event, see if she can follow simple directions, how her eyes look, that type of thing to determine her mental status. To bandage a cheek, we bandage it similar to how we would an ear, but we like to not cover the eyes, we like to not cover the ears because we don't want to take away additional senses. But if this was a bad enough laceration, one, if it perforates all the way through the cheek, we would be adding moist dressings to the inside of the cheek between the teeth and the cheek to control bleeding there. If it's just superficial to the outer, we can add the dressing the way we have here. It's almost impossible, it is impossible, for me anyway, to bandage this without covering up her right ear and her right eye. So I'm going to ask my patient, now once the bleeding's controlled, just to very gently hold that there for me. If they'll follow your directions and do that, that is great. If not, you've got to make sure you've got everything there with you that you need. I'm going to come in and I'm going to fold another dressing in half. Good. You can move your hand for just a second. If I had her put her hand up over her eye, she could blink, her eye would open and close, she'd feel the lashes on the inside of her hand. So I'm going to ask her to close her eye, and I'm going to come in and add a gauze here over that eye to fill in that space so that her eye's not open and blinking underneath the bandage. And I can ask her to help me, and she may, just to help me get started. Again, I like to come from an angle that I can angle and not have everything slide down into her eyes. And I'm very gently, I'm going to just cover up your fingers, and then in a minute I'm going to have you slide them out. And if she could follow those simple directions, I have constant monitoring, amazingly, of her mental status. And I'm going to let you slide your hands down now. And I'm going to come down, and I'm going to come down lower. You'll notice I end up with a gap up here near the ear, but ultimately I will be able to take all that away. I'm actually going to change where I'm taking my half twist, so it allows me to conform more to the shape of the injury, get it adequately covered, avoiding covering the other eye or the other ear. I'm going to, I think, take another twist right about here and come up. I do take away her hearing a little bit, so it becomes important to have a continuous stream of conversation with your patient, let them know what's going on, keep their comfort level where it is, and come back around. And once I'm satisfied, I can come up and tuck in all of the excess, get it tucked in snugly so it's good and secure, and then come back around and make good eye contact with the patient, and again ask those open-ended questions of person, place, time, and event, and see how she responds. If it's appropriate, it might be a 911 call, family member. You may or may not be driving them to the hospital.